there is room in what the Sahaba had different views about. That is, of course, not against the Quran and the Sunnah, because the asl for us is the Quran and the Sunnah. Even if one of the Sahaba said something or did something that is against a hadith, maybe this hadith did not reach this Sahabi. So what we follow is the Quran and the Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We cannot say one of the Sahaba said this against the Quran or against the hadith and it's no problem, because they are people. He might have not heard this hadith or might have made a mistake and so on, and made ijtihad because he did not hear the hadith and so on. طيب. So we do not go against the Sahaba, whether in Aqeedah or in other things as well. But what يسعنا ما وسعهم في الخلاف, as our mashayikh and ulama always say, and as they have taught us, and truly so. It is, we have room in regards to what they disagreed upon. Yani we can study the matter and look, for example, zakat al-dhahab, worn jewelry. We study the matter and see which one is the correct one. There is room for that. There's room for that. As for Aqeedah, they never deferred. And also in other matters of the deen that are not Aqeedah, they never deferred. So there is no room for us to bring new views or go against their views. Is this understood? This is the diamond now. This is the treasure that is sent our way. Our ulama, ya ikhwa, the fine understanding of our ulama, the fine understanding of as-salaf as-salih. It's not that it is Aqeedah, then just because it falls in the category of Aqeedah, it is not allowed for us to defer. And if it is in another branch of knowledge, then it is okay for us to defer and have different views. La. There is room in what they had room in. There was room when they deferred based on evidence and so on in their ijtihad. But the other matters that it is by ijma', they did not defer. None of them came and started saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in and outside and these innovated matters. None of the Sahaba came and said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not inside the word, outside the word, not here, not there. None of the Sahaba said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is above the throne. There's no room anymore. طيب. And the same thing in acts of worship. In acts of worship, when there is, by ijma', when in acts of worship, the Sahaba themselves did not defer, we ourselves cannot defer upon the Sahaba. Now we come up with new stuff and hold new opinions. La. Never. As Imam Al-Awza'i said, أَلَا يَسِعَكَ مَا وَسِعَهُمْ. Is it not enough for you, sufficient for you? What was sufficient for them? رضي الله عنهم وأرضاهم. So we must have this fine understanding of what it is okay to have different views of and what it is not okay, whether it is Aqeedah or not Aqeedah in the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. طيب.